right, we're back. Back to you,
and
Joe.
then she shoved it in, and
I mean, you were a little late. I was already saying we're back.
I mean, I'm just baking cookies, you pervert.
No, that was your mom with the sandwich and shoving it in your mouth.
Exactly.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, so continuing for the rest of today, Banner, why don't you give me a survival check to see how well your hunting goes today?
Okay, sure. Let's see here. I'm all set up, so. Awful. Just awful.
You managed to catch a squirrel and a rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Neither that large, but something.
Yeah. Nope.
And I believe Rimbi, you said you wanted to go around town.
I have to find the perfect red for patch. So I'm going around and finding miscellaneous objects, whatever is red. It doesn't matter what it is. So like if there's like a piece of wood on a house, I will pry it off, compare it, and then if it's not perfect, I'll just drop it. And I'll go to the next thing. I'll go to clotheslines and I'll pull out that. Like if people have like objects hanging out of their windows, I'll just grab them and compare until I find the perfect red for Rimbi. I mean for Rimbi, that's me.
People are just kind of looking at you oddly, but they expect this behavior from you. I also want you to give me an insight.
Insight. Things that alchemists are known to be good at.
No.
Red.
Okay.
Not red. It's not red. I pulled it up to the feelings. They're not red. I don't care.
No, it wasn't for that. It was for something else. Give me an investigation to find your perfect red.
Investigation.
You find a shirt that's hanging outside of someone's window.
All right, I will kind of half jump up and stick do that where my feet are hanging out of the windowsill. Put my hand in the window, go, I'm taking the shirt, and I'll pop it down and grab the shirt and run.
Huh? You just hear, and you're gone. Okay, well, with that, the night settles in. Anyone needing to do anything at night, activities?
Brother, it's time to hit the tavern, I think.
Give me a few minutes to clean up.
Oh, sure. Clean up. We're just gonna go out drinking.
Okay.
Because we're boys and we're back in town. Well, we never left town, so.
Okay. Eventually, the night settles in. You guys will settle in as well. And I want everyone to give me some perception checks.
I'm just crushing
asleep.
most of these rolls.
Well,
Poor
Syndra.
Cantus.
Boop. Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is having a very, very good sleep, soundly. Syndra, you hear something being knocked over in the main room of your house.
Oh shit. Are the parents still asleep still? She just gets up and goes to check on them, like looking at the room, if the door's closed, lights on.
Their doors are closed. There's no light coming from underneath.
Okay. I'm assuming we're upstairs and we heard it and it was downstairs where the bakery is. So she's gonna creep over to the stairs as best she can, because you know how sneaky she is. And try and see what's going on. I do have dark vision because I'm half elf, so if that helps at all.
Oh, that'll help. You hear something fall over and break.
I don't like this.
And give me a perception.
Another one. Okay. This is where I messed
Yeah,
up.
the first one was to see if you were alerted. Okay, you catch a slight glimpse of something scurrying, and then it disappears out of sight.
Like something small, like a rat.
Larger than a rat.
So like a very unusually large rat.
It seemed to be bipedal.
Okay. She's definitely going to be shocked by this, and she'd exclaim like, "Eh!" Because it's surprising.
Yes. You don't hear anything else though.
Okay, so she's probably going to like hang out by the stairs for a couple minutes, like building up the courage to go downstairs, and then like look around, and if she has to light a candle, magic, she lights a candle, and she's going to look around a little bit before going back to bed.
You see a glass that had fallen off a table.
Okay.
And you see crumbs leading to one of the ovens.
Oh. She's gonna go upstairs and knock on the door of her parents. Doesn't want to deal with whatever this could be.
Well, you also notice the oven is warm.
That's strange. Yeah, she should go upstairs and there's something in the shop.
What's going on?
There's something downstairs. I saw it scurrying, make the noise. Something broke.
Probably just a rat or something. Go to bed.
Oh.
We'll deal with it in the morning.
She goes back downstairs and tries to look around the oven. Probably should.
The oven's lit.
Oh, she'll try and shut it off, or it's like a.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put it out.
Yeah. Okay. And then she's gonna clean up the mess, the glass and the crumbs, but she's not gonna like throw them in the trash. She's gonna like set them out aside, like on something, like on a towel or a cloth or something, and then like kind of cover them up so like doesn't attract any other rats or something, and so she can point it out. This is what fell last night, and there was crumbs, so that she can deal with it in the morning.
Yep. Well, now that you're really moving around and looking around, give me another perception.
Oh, let's see. It gets worse every time. It's a 10.
You don't so much see it as you slip on it. There is some black ichor on the floor.
So I slip and fall on my ass. Okay.
Yes. Well, give me a dex save. Maybe you won't fall.
A dex save. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well.
Okay. You're still standing.
So I.
Or wait. It didn't come up yet. What did you get?
I got a 20.
Stuff's not coming up for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because I'm rolling.
No, it's
good.
not you. Roll20's been doing this all weekend.
Oh, goody.
Those update, some things don't show up to everybody else because it's stored locally, so it's having some kind of connection issue with the servers.
Did you get above a 10?
I got a 20. I
Okay.
rolled an 18.
You actually got okay. So yeah, you're fine. You're standing, but you now notice
I got wet foot.
there's some black ichor on the floor.
Is this something that I would recognize from Rimbi's shop?
No.
No?
You see actually a trail of it, and there's actually a little bit on the oven door.
Oh, and I put the oven out.
Yeah.
Can I clean it up? Does it come up?
Yeah, you can wipe it up.
Okay. I'm just gonna clean it. Not gonna get much sleep tonight.
Joe, for me, I do want to note I don't actually sleep.
I know you, but you do. You're right, but you do kind of not meditate, but
It actually, for me, I count as being awake at all times. I'm just in a state of like sitting there, but
low power mode.
Yeah, I'm like low power mode, but I can see and hear as normal. They say.
Right.
So, like, if it's something particularly loud, even my terrible roll might hear it.
Yeah, you You might have heard a little scurrying, but nothing that seems alarming to you.
Okay. They'll probably just sit there. Ignore it.
Yeah, Syndra's kind of panicked. There's just all kinds of weird stuff going on.
Syndra, you will notice, though, some bread is missing.
Like, just like a regular loaf of bread, nothing fancy.
Like, a couple, like, baked goods here and there. Just, like, you had some stuff ready for the morning that had been pre-made. And you're just, like, you kind of just notice a few small things missing.
Just gonna go check and see if the door is locked.
Door is locked. Hasn't been touched.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so after she finishes, like, cleaning up the black ooh, whatever, the ichor, again, she's gonna put that next to the broken glass and stuff, and she'll head back up to go to sleep.
Okay. You go back to sleep fine, and the morning comes. Everyone but Syndra, give me perception checks.
By the way, he
up
was
and about.
trying so hard to get you to open that oven.
Hey, if it's closed, it's not open.
Okay. So, everyone's going to notice there's some things missing from their places.
What? That is not acceptable.
Rimbi, the shirt that you took is gone.
My red.
The perfect red.
My beautiful red.
There is a shred of it still there, but
Yeah, okay. Go
most
with me.
of the shirt is gone.
Yeah, probably the person got mad I took it. Okay.
But you also see some black ichor on the ground.
Interesting. I'm gonna pull out my alchemy tools.
Okay. Wrekyur. Did I say it right?
Wrekyur.
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 Riker.
No.
Wrekyur. Just think of it as
Wrekyur.
Wrekyur and just Wrekyur.
Wrekyur day, yes.
Yes.
Wrekyur Niftychin.
You notice
Ow.
some of the nails and hinges you made yesterday are gone. And there seems to be some black ichor going into one of your forges, which is also lit.
Weird. You know that it doesn't close, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of look around. Rimbi.
It seems to be dying out, but obviously someone at some point had fired it up.
Right after he says Rimbi, I go, Wrekyur, I found some stuff. There's some black stuff here. I'm gonna try to distill it.
As you're going to see him, you notice the trail keeps going towards where he is.
To Wrekyur?
Yep.
Like, oh. I think something odd is happening, brother. Why would someone... What is this stuff?
I have no idea, but they took some of my nails.
And they took the shirt as well.
They took the shirt off your back.
The most important thing in this house right now. The shirt.
I think Patch is a little more important.
Oh, yes, of course. Whatever. But the shirt, the perfect red.
You notice this ichor is also very sticky.
Josh is trying not to say a dirty joke. So I will gather some in like a vial, and from my my alchemy kit, I'll gather some, and I'd like to try to study it to try to get. I know I can't figure out what it is, but to try to understand some of its properties.
It's almost. It seems like it's natural.
Yeah, like it's a byproduct of something.
Yeah, and that it does have almost a tar-like quality to it. It's that sticky.
All right, so he's writing notes about it, the color, the consistency. I'm gonna like test it. I'm gonna take it and I'll do like some shavings or whatever. Brother, do you have like a garbage nail or a piece of metal, something garbagey?
I just hand him a piece of scrap.
All right, and I'll drop it in the vial and see how it reacts to the metal.
It just kind of sticks in there.
Okay. All
I
right.
grab a poker, stick it in the ichor, stick it in the fire.
It'll burn.
There you go. That's about all I can contribute.
Kind of smells when you do that.
Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna go to the library. I'm gonna see if any of this, if this is noted somewhere else. Maybe it's some kind of creature that's came in from the forest. Maybe, brother, could you go and talk to that, the clockwork man? See if he knows anything. He goes out to the woods.
How about we get breakfast and then do those things?
Ooh, sweet cakes.
Not for breakfast.
Regular cakes?
While you're figuring that out, Banner.
Yeah.
I'm sure you normally said you do your hunting in the morning.
Yeah, well, normally I do it at a random kind of point in the day, but like
Okay.
I was planning on switching to the morning specifically for preparations.
Okay. Well, when you go outside, you notice you probably have the squirrel, I'm assuming, and the rabbit hanging up.
Yeah.
You notice the rabbit is missing. And there is some black ichor on the ropes that it was tied up with. As well as on the side of, as well as on the wall and the slight outcrop that the roof makes. There's black ichor on that as well.
Can I see
Like
where
maybe go ahead.
Can I see where it kind of leads to, or is it just in this area?
You see it leads a little bit down the road.
Like towards town?
Yeah.
Well, this could be bad. I'm gonna basically then just take the squirrel and head into town at this point in time.
And we'll move over to Swift.
Yes.
You notice some of your tools are missing. And there's black ichor leading from where you store them to your fireplace, which is at the moment still embers.
I would almost never leave that on.
You remember, letting it burn out before you went to bed.
I guess I'll take note of maybe what's missing. I guess who would be normally in charge of the town, like security or?
It's the town guard, which you and several others in town are currently part of. The head of it is Bekagar. He's one of the actual few half-orcs in town.
I'll probably in the morning, go to him, maybe see if there's anything needed for that before going to replace the tools, but let him know that I found some things missing. I don't, might be just, that we do live in a town of gnomes. Could be a practical joke.
Right. On your way, and everyone else who's going through town right now, you overhear like conversations here and there of people all over saying they're missing things.
Are they like gathering around town center?
Some people are starting to head there as more and more people
Right.
talking.
I'll jump on stage. And then I will. There's a bell, right?
Yes.
And is it like a small bell, or is it like you ring it like this kind of bell?
It's a decent sized bell, but it has a pulley, a pulley so you can ring it.
Okay, I want to ring it.
That one is actually in front of the mayor's house, not on the stage itself.
Oh, well, okay, then I'll run
walk
over to that.
and ring it for him.
Yeah, but play Father's favorite song. Ha 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 ha. Stand. You got the beat. Okay, you do it. And I'll run over and I'll jump on stage and I'll say, "People, gather around. I have an interesting question for you all. Please, you, lady, stop carrying your kid. Will be fine. Come on."
You hear mumblings, but people are starting to gather around.
I'm not gonna wait for them too much. He's very impatient. And I'll hold out the vial of the black ichor as much as I could get. So, and I hold it out and I go, "How many of you have found this type of substance in your house this morning?"
You hear a little bit of rambling here and there. Like, that kind of looks familiar. And joining you on stage is Zadnim, the chief alchemist.
I got this. I can do this. I know I'm young.
Now that he's cleaned up, you notice he's missing both of his eyebrows and all his facial hair.
Okay. When I do notice that, I stop.
From yesterday.
I look at him and I point at his eyebrows. Point at mine. Point at his. And I just
Yes, I know.
I'm just laughing like, oh, don't work on clockwork. It's dangerous. I got these.
He snatches the vial from your hand.
Yes, I found this in our house. It seems like there's items missing. Weird. Nails and a shirt. It's stuff that's not useless. Stuff that's not useful. I did a little bit of testing on it. It's sticky, and I'll relay to him in alchemical terms what I found out about the objects.
You see him dip his finger in it, sniff it, and then taste it, and then spit. Oh, it's vile.
Why would you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly, brother. His brains are scrambled. It seems.
And you see him kind of play with it between his fingers. It's very sticky. I need can I have this?
Yes. I'm sure we can find more if we need to as well.
I'm going to investigate. He starts walking off.
So how long has this meeting been going on? For maybe 20 minutes, maybe?
If that, probably more like 10.
Okay. But I mean, like, stuff has been happening around town, so it's not like crazy.
Oh, people have been talking about it all morning, so people have started talking about it in an hour.
Yeah, I imagine Syndra probably like showed everything to the parents, and maybe they're like, "Oh, it's whatever, just rats or something." And then she'll head into town with the sticky rag. That's probably all like fused together nearly at this point, and she's gonna go and look for Rimbi, like actively seeking him out. Probably go to his house first. If he's not there, there's maybe a commotion. So.
Well, you hear the bell.
You can hear.
Yeah, the bell. That's right.
You probably hear Rimbi's annoying voice.
Yeah.
Gather around, please.
Lovely. So yeah, she'll show up, and she's not gonna like like wave or be, to call attention to herself. But she'll definitely like once Rimbi like gets off stage or whatever, she'll hand him the rag and like, I found this gunk in the bakery last night.
Why didn't you say so? And I'll grab her hand and I'll pull her on stage. Gather around.
No.
Listen, everybody. Our beautiful baker, healer of wounds, menders of men's stomach. She has found out something. Tell us, please. Pay attention, old lady.
There was something. There was something downstairs last night. I didn't quite make it out. It looked like a large rat, maybe unusually large. But I don't think it was a rat. It walked on 2 feet, I think, and it broke some things and took some of our food. And she'll show the sticky rag. And there was also the ooze stuff here too, the sticky blackness.
I'll hold my hand out for the rag.
Yeah, you get it.
All right, and I take it. And there's like a pole around. I'll toss it in the pole and see if it sticks.
It does. And then it kind of like slinks in over and down the pole.
And I'll look at what did you say his name is? Zimby? Or no. I'm mixing my name.
Zadnim.
Zadnim. See? There's more. And my brother tried to burn it. The fire in the furnace. It just burned up. It had no reaction.
Smell awful.
Very odd. And you hear more people talking amongst themselves too. Like some people are like, nothing happened in my home. Or others are like, oh my God, I'm missing several things too, and I found the same thing. There seems to be a mix of it throughout the town.
As people are saying I'm right, I would go, yes, that's great. See, you're smart. And then when they're going, there's nothing happening at my home. Well, you're not important. And I'll go to the next
one. You will notice that the mayor is not around though either yet.
Okay.
Who cares? He's just a mayor.
Yeah. I mean, I actually don't know what happened to him. I was by the well, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm just letting everyone know that in general, you would think that the mayor might be out here for something like this.
Oh, I see. It is odd. That when I call a meeting, not everyone comes. Yes.
Several of his representatives are.
Yeah, okay, I'll look to them and I'll go, where's the mayor? This is important. Something's stealing things all across town.
He was injured yesterday.
Does that mean he can't work? Look at no eyebrows. And I'll point to him.
It was a miscalculation. Drop it.
That severely hurt the mayor and knocked him unconscious.
I did what I could, but I don't think my magic helped.
One of the priests will step forward. He is being taken care of.
He's dead?
No.
No. Brother, please.
He is being seen to. And you notice no emotion on his face about it.
It seems odd. I would have known this person. Do they normally do they emote at all normally?
He's one of the newer priests.
Okay.
You haven't had a lot of interaction with him. Normally when someone enters the priesthood, they're taken out of town for their training. Not out of town, but
that's not suspicious.
Out of society for a time.
They go into the woods and come back changed.
No, not into the woods. Like they go into the temple, but they don't leave for several months.
I'm gonna look to the crowd because I am not a fan of authority, and I'm gonna say, They're not telling us something. I feel like they're not. And I'll look around and go, we should all go see our mayor. He's our mayor, our friend, our ally, our leader. And I'm going to try to persuade them to go. I'll go to the temple and see him.
Okay.
Perception.
That's perception. That's not persuasion.
Damn it.
No.
Well, I mean, that could have
There's-
been a 20, but...
There's a few people who join you.
All
Like,
right.
yes, let's see the mayor. One
I
of the
stop
elder
up all
priests.
proud in front, and then when
One
I
of
get
the
to
elder
brother-
priests come out. There is nothing to worry about, but the mayor needs his rest. He took a large blow to the head with the explosion.
So we can't see him at all? Is that what you're saying?
He needs his rest for now. In a few
We're
days,
not gonna throw a
he should
party.
be fine to he should be fine to make an appearance. But he is resting.
I'll look back to the crowd and I'll go, you see? They're trying to keep us from him. Why can't we even see him? Yes, rest is important. I understand that. I get enough rest. As you guys can see the bags under my eyes because I don't get enough rest. Rest is super important. And I make sure I scan for my mom. I want her to say something. But it's also important that we know that our mayor is safe.
He is safe with the church.
Thank you.
Don't cause waves when there is no need for waves.
Waves are important to geological structures.
There's more pressing concerns than the mayor. Strange black ooze. Things that steal food.
It seems like the mechanical man over here has something stuck in his gears. He has not been listening to our whole conversation, group.
I don't have any gears.
We'll see about that. I would say that under my breath. I would say that.
I'm gonna point like a stick with a squirrel tied at it towards you and be like, there should be two animals here. But something, a creature, took the other one and left a black tar and came back this way. I suspect it most likely came from town or showed up from somewhere between town and here. Maybe a drool, maybe something else.
In our
Try and
town?
trace it.
That does not sound right. I'll look to the advisors. What are you gonna do about this? Things are being stolen. If any of my mechanical parts were taken, there'd be hell to pay.
And as you're saying that, everyone in town hears a loud thunderclap.
I gotta throw your mind. I'm sorry.
Did it make a sound?
Do we know the direction that it came from?
The sky.
Oh, it's just
Above
like above us?
Like an
it's like
actual, clap of
thunderclap.
thunder, not the spell thunderclap.
Yeah.
I can't cast that, sorry.
Rimbi will just hide behind his brother.
You notice it's I'm assuming people probably are looking up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The clouds are
must-
darkening.
We're not supposed to have rains for another week or so.
Is the mayor's roof fixed yet? Or at least better?
No, this won't do. It's not fixed. My tools were taken last night.
Sounds like it's gonna get wet then.
Not the library, that's important.
The library is at least on the ground floor.
It has
The
a
mayor's chambers,
between.
however, are
Oh,
not.
well. Whatever.
just move everything to another room. Isn't
Also,
That
could we throw up like a
an option?
tarp over top of it?
It is a good idea.
We could tie it
I'll
down.
look to Riker. Or Wrekyur.
now it's happening to you.
Wrekyur. I'll look to
Number
Wrekyur.
one.
and I'll go, brother. You think you could Swift? Can you go with my brother? He has lots of tools. He makes things just to practice sometimes. Maybe you could use some.
Yes, I was going to come into your business to see if I could procure some new tools.
All right.
You also do notice it was more your smaller tools that were missing, nothing very large.
I'm telling you guys, the mayor was taken over and he's a swamp thing now. He's like oozing, like.
Outside of character, yeah, 100% think that. Something's bad's happening.
Broke a skull.
Rimbi?
Got in.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check.
No, I'm not good at those, man.
Okay. You think of something.
Uh.
The spot that was on the lyre was black.
And that was 20 years ago. I'll look over towards the clockwork man. And I'll look at him and I'll say, "Can we speak?" And I'll away from, and I'll look around town. The group that I gathered that I'm just abandoning.
They're no longer useful.
Away from ears, or whatever you use.
I have ears just as you. You just can't see them. Now come. I need to gather some ropes if I'm going to help tie down a tarp.
I did not agree to help.
You can follow then, while I work.
Alright, so I'm just going to follow him while we go do that. Till we get to more of a secluded place.
Yeah, at this point, it's obviously getting dark in the village. People have brought in stuff to help cover temporarily the mayor's house. And you and others are being joined in trying to attach it.
Okay. So I'm going to say to Banner, Clockwork.
My name is Banner.
Remember...
Please remember it.
Yes, I'll
Rimbi.
try. Do you remember Falnor? Falnor?
I remember
That's my
many.
brother's name.
Yes.
Has this situation come up before? About 20 years ago?
No, not that I recall. From my experience, nothing like this has happened.
I was looking at his loot the other day, and I'm gonna sit on like the logs that he's moving to like be in his way. Just so because I want the attention, not his work. He needs to pay attention to me.
I'll pick him up with the log on it.
And I'm just gonna go. I'm being stubborn, so I'm gonna be sitting on the log trying to balance. I was looking at his loot and I found a drop that matches this liquid. And his loot has been in storage for 20 years. It seems that it coincides with the stuff we found last night.
And Rimbi, give me an acrobatics.
Just as a aside, was Syndra waved on, or did she just get abandoned?
I think you just got abandoned, so you're like
Yeah,
on the stage.
Right.
You're just on the stage on your own.
There's other people in the square, grumbling about what's going on, but
If she wasn't asked to join, because Rimbi is and went off, and it's like.
If you haven't noticed, Rimbi goes from one subject to the next rather fast.
I just wanted to be clear. I'm not in this. I'm back home, I guess.
Yeah.
I would have went to the forge with Swift and figured out everything he needed.
Was that loot in storage when he disappeared? Or was that with him and found afterwards?
Do I know this?
It was found.
I was a child.
So it was found.
Terms.
Yeah, you would have known that it was the only thing found in the area where he disappeared.
All right. I'll say that. I'll say my father said it was found.
I'm going to actually pause as soon as he says that. Then this is bad. I worry.
Well, he spent a lot of time with you, I hear. Learning, and I guess trying to get you to... I don't know, I heard you were angrier then.
He had a curious nature. He and his friends. The ones that found me.
Do you know where he would have hung out? Or I can only ask Father, where the loot was found, but odds are if he hung out in a certain area, maybe we can get more clues from there. This is important. Maybe my brother is around. Maybe we can find him.
Most of his friends had moved on from what he wanted. He was curious, an explorer of the town, you could almost call it. Him and his friends. They were the ones that discovered me. The human man. When he passed away, the others went about their lives, but your brother continued to be curious up until the time he disappeared. I'm afraid he wandered probably far away, where he could not return.
What do you mean? You can't return like a mountain? Like a ocean? Like...
Have you ever talked to one of the hunters?
No. Why? Why would I? Your lot is... Yes. No, I have not.
Let me put it this way. There are places within the forest that, when I became a hunter, I was instructed to avoid. And I fear that when your brother disappeared, he investigated some of those areas where dangers were.
When he says this, Rimbi's gonna like jump down and on his feet and goes, "All right, stay here," and I'm gonna run off. I'm gonna get my brother. And as I run off.
I'm gonna shake my head and take what I'm carrying over. But once that is done, I'm actually going to seek out Zadnim.
I asked you to stay where you were, you clockwork. You are the worst clockwork item.
Not clockwork.
Zadnim has gone to his home, so you'll be able to find him there. He lives over in this area.
Okay. Zadnim. Knock.
Yeah. Hello?
Zadnim, can we speak? Something private.
Okay, come in. Watch your head.
I'll get down. Kind of like... definitely, watch man. You are connected with the mayor, and therefore must know more of this city than many others. Am I right?
My memory does go back far, and I have many books. He kind of gestures. You notice his place looks haphazard. You see all types of different powders and stuff and materials strewn around.
Then it should be obvious to you that there is a protection from the deity of this town on us all. Yes?
Yes, the blessing of Fedor.
The blessings of Fedor.
Yeah.
I am unsure if you are aware, but because you are an elder and connected with those in charge of this place, I feel I can confide with you.
Yes.
I have seen that this blessing forms a sort of magic around the town. That those without skill could not pass beyond easily. At least myself, I've never tried to. Barrier, if you will, to protect us. Hopefully placed by Fedor himself. A blessing.
There is such legend.
I assume that the families that leave have been taught ways to leave. Well, I fear that with the information the young Rimbi has given me, that maybe something has found a way in. Something that the deity was protecting us from. His brother's lyre was found right where he disappeared. He said he found dried material that seemed like the black slime that we found now in our houses. Perhaps,
Could you... Oh, sorry.
I was going to say perhaps something found a way to sneak in. Or
That's
perhaps...
very concerning.
Yes.
Could you perhaps procure some shavings of this?
I can arrange for it. I can talk to him. He is... I can talk to him about it.
I could run some tests, see if there's similarities.
I worry that that is a truth. These rash seems to have come recently, and if there's a danger hidden in the town, we should take care of it.
Agreed. I also would suggest talking to Wrekyur.
All right.
You and him are some of our best trained. Maybe it would be best for you to keep an eye out.
I will watch to see if I can see more, and I shall talk to the other hunters to see if perhaps something has changed the woods, the hunting grounds. Something unusual. Whether it be, as I hope, just something sneaking in, or something disrupting the blessings upon us.
Indeed. Let me get back to work. If you can get those shavings for me.
I'll go to Rimbi.
Thank you. He turns around and you see him messing with more materials.
Mm-hmm. I'll just leave at that point in time.
I'm running through town. My little legs are just going. And is there a place in town that sells saddles?
There is a leather worker, but saddles aren't very needed here.
All right, I will pop in and I'll just yell out. I'll pop in, run in, put 10 gold on the table, and I'll say, "I need a saddle for a large panther," and run out.
What?
Yep, and I'll run out, and I mean, everyone should just know. Why aren't they smart enough? They should just.
They haven't seen your creation yet.
I know.
There's rumors of it.
This is what Rimbi thinks. And yeah. So he runs in, throws that down, goes, "I'm gonna need a saddle for a large panther," and I'll run out, and I'll go running through town. I'm gonna check the mayor's house first. I don't know where my brother is, but I'm assuming he helps because he's a nice guy. So I'm gonna check there first if he's there, and I'm just gonna be running around yelling, Wrekyur, brother. If I get no responses.
Wrekyur, where are you?
I'm at the forge talking to Swift about what tools he needs.
Okay, all right. No, so if no one answers, I'm gonna run back, and if I see Syndra on the way, I would stop her. on the way back to my house. Because that
How
would
long
be
has
the
it been,
place.
though? Because you went to talk to Banner and you were bugging him. It depends on how far away. Because was at the town square where that was all going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where I call people.
Yeah.
She might almost be home by now.
I don't know if I'm gonna run
Time
across
works.
you. I'm not sure about the layout of where we are.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where the bakery is.
But if I see her, I'm gonna yell, it's Syndra, you can heal. Good. Hey, get adventuring gear. We're gonna go on an adventure, and I'm just gonna run.
Bakery is down here where many of the stores are.
All right.
And where did you say we were? With the forge? And
Right
house?
here.
Okay, so I wouldn't have seen her. I would not have seen her. Okay. Alright, and then I'm gonna run to the forge, and I'm gonna bust in, and I'm gonna say, brother.
It depends on the way she went. She could have came down and from the town square down here and then down this road.
How much interaction do you want with me?
How about for convenience, she's right in front of our house?
Maybe I heard you yelling for me, so I turn around.
Yeah.
What do you want?
In case I die, I want you there. And then I run. And I go, come. And I'll run to the forge to see if my brother's there. And he's super excited. Rimbi is super driven and excited right now. And I'm going to run into the room and I'm saying, I might have found our brother. And with that...
And on that, we're going to take our break.
I did not find our brother.
You never know. Maybe he's...
You
maybe
found
he's the goo monster.
certain death.
But we are going to take our second break. And we will be back shortly with a very excited Rimbi.
It's the first clue I've had about my brother in 20 years.